Well, welcome everybody, and especially Georgia, to Easy Pizze. Step one in making pizza. Italians don't do it like this, good chefs don't do it like this, but making pizza in the house, it's fine. In fact, it's great. So, let's move to step two. Okay, for pizza you need yeast, nice strong flour. This is 00, but there's not very much of it, so we're gonna substitute with some bread flour. We need some salt, and we need a little bit of sugar, and a shit ton of olive oil. So, how do we start? We need some flour. So that's probably enough for one. Today I'm going to make enough for two. And there's no one else here. It's just that I want to make two. So yeah, that'll do two nice thin pizzas, no problem. We need this. This is easy bake yeast, which basically means that you don't have to hydrate it or do anything else. With it's what you use in bread makers and stuff like that. How much yeast do you want? Some yeast? Yeah. Yeah, that's plenty. A teaspoonful, no problem. Let's put these away. Okay. Next, we want a little bit of sugar, just to help out the yeast get started. So like half a teaspoonful. And some salt. Quite a lot of salt. Okay, good. Let's take a little spoon and just mix this lot up. Okay, and then we're going to add in what's commonly known as a metric shit ton of oil. Okay, so oil is good. Makes your pizza nice and tasty and helps it come off the pan, and it's just good. Oil is good. Don't worry about like mixing it totally, because as we need it, it's going to mix up more. Scrape that off. Good thing. Very nice. Okay, so now we want to add some warm water, and probably a good idea to take your watch off when you're making pizza. Oh, good. We're going to pour it in here. And then use a spoon first, because this is the messy bit. Okay, a bit more water. Don't want your water too hot, because it will kill the yeast. This looks good. Now at the moment it's not very together, but as we need it, it should come into a nice lump. So, double the spoon, handies.
And my thing about those is make it in advance, you can stick it in the freezer, that's ages. And there we go.
Now this one is okay, it's good, a little bit wet, a little bit sticky. So we're just going to add some more flour. Ooh. Just dry it out a little, but you want it to be nice and moist. You don't want it to be like crumbling as you need it. So when you're kneading it, you're just folding it over and squishing it out, folding it over and squishing it out. And you should knead your dough for a while. The sort of more you knead it, the more better it works. There's like an explanation, but I don't really know it, so I'm not going to tell you. You can look it up. There is loads of stuff to do with kneading the dough and getting it to rise and getting the carbohydrates to work properly and stuff like this. But frankly, that's for like chefs. This is making pizza in the house, so who cares? So the longer you do this, the better it is. I normally try and do it for at least 10 minutes and just sit around and knead it for 10 minutes. So I will see you in 10 minutes. All right, we're back. 10 minutes and a little bit of a sweat on. If you drop sweat in your dough, you know, just a bit of extra salt, it's fine. There we have dough. It's got some nice stretch to it. It's pliable, it's plastic, it's kind of rubbery. It's good. So you want to like basically just form it into a nice little ball like this. Dough, carbohydrates. Okay, in she goes. Take a clean dish towel, cover over the bowl, leave it there half an hour, 45 minutes, 2 glasses of wine, and we'll see you then. Aboo. It's been this long. Yeah, it's been that long since routine. Let's have a little look at the dough. Oh, not a lot, maybe a little longer. Okay, we're back again, and yay, about twice the size. So I did a little trick, which you might have to do if it's cold in your house or whatever, but it wasn't rising very quickly, so I turned the heating on and I put the dough on top of the radiator, and yeah, it's been almost the bottom of the back level, so it takes a little while. So, what are we going to do next? We're going to roll it up and make the pizza. So, you want a couple of things. It's a good idea to have some pizza dishes. You can have a pizza stone, which is better, probably produces a better crust, but I don't have a pizza stone, and these work okay. They just go in the oven and they sweat up. So, we want these, and also we want what we have here, which is a nice clean worktop. You can use oil. Some people will oil the surface and roll out the dough on the oil. I'm trad. Well, trad for me, and that means using some flour. So just gonna flour the surface, and then we're gonna remember what we do need the oil for. Take a base. A fluffy little cloud. Yeah, okay, right, so basically gonna oil that up, make sure it's nice and oily. And take the other one, do the same thing. Now these are non-stick, but yeah. Actually, interesting fact about non-stick, it's probably sort of okay in this form, but Teflon is really, really bad for the environment and will shrink your penis. Yeah, so Teflon is responsible for making people's penises smaller. It sounds like a troll, but it's completely true. Look it up. It's not big news because there's a lot of money in Teflon, but no, don't use Teflon. If you already got it, you already got it. Try not to eat it. Anyway, here we go. So, nice flour here. We got one of our bits of dough here. And now the process of rolling out is going to knock it back, which is a thing with dough, like you're supposed to knock it back and let it rise again. And so what we're going to do is roll this out and let it rise again. Rolling pin. I only just got a rolling pin after years. You don't need a rolling pin if you drink enough wine. You can just take the labels off this and then use that rolling pin. It's fine, it works, no problem. So, flour the pin. Bit of flour on the dough. Sure it's ready to go. Okay. Rolly, rolly, rolly. Rolly here, rolly there, rolly here, rolly there. Now, I personally think that pizza should be thin. So you only want just enough dough to cover the area of your pizza. And if it's too thick, you can just move to America. Or, you know, whatever you like. No, it's okay. Sometimes a nice thick dough is good, some thick crust is nice, but pizza should be thin. Whoa, okay. Right, so this, as you can tell, is not very pretty. And do we care? Nope, not at all. Not at all. Is it round? Nope, it's not really round. Do we care? No, you think good, right? It's not at all. There's a thing. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, so thing, stuff, pizza. Now, if you want to pretend you're in like some pizzeria, you can like throw it and stuff. You don't need to do that. Just put it in the dish. So, does this fit properly? No, it doesn't. It's big on one side and small on the other, and it's terrible. Does that matter? Not at all. So the bits that don't fit, fold them over. This is easy pizza, okay? If you're expecting to see like some amazing Italian style super pizza, no, I don't have a pizza oven. You need like a 500-degree wood-fired pizza oven to make pizza. I don't have that. I just got a 200-degree normal oven. It doesn't even go up to 200 degrees. So I'm already stuffed. What I'm making here is easy pizza. So we don't care. So this is in. There's one. Let's do the other one. Now, for all you single people out there, the big advantage of making pizza is you must have a clean workshop to make the pizza. Otherwise, you know, you get more than just a couple of little black spots in it. And once you've made the base, you've got to clean it again. So you actually get a double clean worktop. And for any guys who lived on their own, you know that could be a rarity. So here we go. We are now going to two pizza bases. Oh, look at that. It's like almost a shot. So, just gonna put them like this. Gonna take a tea towel. Look at me, I can see a tea towel. Put them up, like so. And I'm gonna put them on top of the oven, and then I'm gonna turn the oven on. And if like me, you have screw you tripod. Yeah. So if like me, you just have a normal oven, just turn it on and you turn it all the way to the top. It's maximum heat. Let it go. And we're going to go into a second rising period now. While we're doing the second rising period, let's make the sugo. Hey, fuck you, tripod. Okay, here we go. And what do we need for sugo? We need passata. We also need, oh, surprise, surprise, and we could do with garlic and look at this, Italian herbs. I mean, amazing. Who cares? Like, some herbs is nice. I would say that for normal people, you want a clove of garlic per pizza. Obviously, not normal people, and so I'm gonna have 3 in a little one. Yeah, 3 in a little bit cloves of pizza. 2 pizzas. So here we go. Cloves of pizza. I say cloves of pizza. How much wine are we in? Hold on. That much. Alright. 1. Now, crushing the garlic is very important because that produces allicin. And if you ever watch cooking on the internet, you know how much allicin is important. And if you don't watch cooking on the internet, I don't know what to do with you. It's like, I mean, you could be watching anything better than this, but you're watching this. I mean, come on. At least I've seen the cooking on the internet before I made this video. But you're just watching this video without seeing cooking on the internet. What the hell? What's going on, man? Cut the bottom off. Give it a crush. Peel the skin off. And then we're here. Garlic press. Yeah, these are great. Do have to wash them immediately because there's lots of little holes and garlic is kind of like glue, so if you don't wash it as soon as you've used it, then it all glues up, and yeah, no one likes that. Okay. Garlic, let's cut that off. Do you know what? Does that look like enough garlic to you? No, me neither. I'm going to leave that there for a minute to develop the Allison. And I'm gonna like move the camera position. I know. Hold on, bear with me. And we're back. So this is my saucepan. Under here we have the pizzas. Be quite careful not to set fire to your thing. Do you love the background noise? I love the background noise. So it's my very old oven heating up. I'm going to. This is my smallest burner. And get that going. And I'm going to add in just a little bit, just a touch of olive oil. Yeah, more oil, more better. You know. So, yeah, there we go. I can work with that. Let's heat that up a little. Let it go. We're also going to open up the passata, like so. Hey, fuck you, tripod. What are you doing in my fucking kitchen? Okay. Yeah, you can clean up all that stuff later. So, let's see, that's going to heat up a little. We're going to throw the garlic in, but it's kind of important. Tripod. Hey, look at that, I can get things up. Anyway, it's quite important that you don't overcook the garlic. You want to just put it in there, you want to like get rid of that raw garlic smell, but you don't want to brown it, you don't want to burn it. Yeah, she's popping. She feels good, so let's go. Woohoo! Garlic in oil. Probably one of the best smells in the universe. I'm going to throw the herbs in now. Like, yeah, some people think, but I think it's quite nice to infuse the oil with the herbs. So we're going to put in, yeah, that much herbs. That might be a bit much, but we'll find out later. So these are like the two hardest bits and two most important bits of pizza, is making the dough, which is just dough really, like there's nothing special about it, and making the sugo, the sauce. Like good sugo is what makes good pizza. Now that's been in there for like 30 seconds. It's lost its like thing. It's very beginning to go brown, so we can throw this in. And give it a stir. This is more than enough for two pizzas. You don't need a lot of sugo. But sugo is like, I think for me, is the most important part of a pizza. A good Neapolitan is just sauce and base. And if the pizza is good, if you can just get the sauce and the base together, make that good, then anything else you make on top will taste great. So, making sure that this is the thing. Now, passata is like semi-cooked already. You don't need to cook it down very much. Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes on the stove, heat up, let all the flavours go through, that's enough. Let's add a secret ingredient. Definitely don't need this, but otherwise I'm just going to drink it, so that's quite a bit. Okay, I'm going to leave this to simmer gently. I'm going to leave these to rise, their second rise in the thing. I'm going to let the oven heat up, and I will be back in about 10 minutes, and we're going to prepare the rest of our ingredients, put the pizza together. Right, see you later. Yo, hello, Mr. Basil. How are you today? We're coming to the balcony to take your leaves away. Oh, hello, Mr. Basil. How are you today? Look at this. Look. Flowering. We can't have that. We don't know any flowering on the basil. You see, this basil looks a bit odd, don't you think? I mean, it tastes okay, but I don't know what's happened to it. It's kind of like mutated. I don't know if it's like weird shop bought basil. Anyway, we're gonna pluck off some of this because we don't need no flowers in our basil. Yeah, this one, yes. No flowering for you. Little known thing about basil, it actually loves being cut back. Like, you can cut your basil back, your flaz your basil back. It'll do great. Today, in the pizza, we will have the aborted flowering of basil. Oh, poor basil, no flowers for you. We're also going to have some representatives from the Third Kingdom. We need some mozzarella. Good tip, like, don't buy the cheapest mozzarella. Like, no mozzarella is real mozzarella because mozzarella should be mozzarella di bufala. It should come from buffalo. Don't buy mozzarella di buffalo. That's a different thing. But yeah, all British mozzarella is cow mozzarella. So in some ways it's all the same, but the cheap stuff is like grainy and it doesn't make such a good pizza. So at least buy like one up from the very cheapest mozzarella. Prosciutto crudo, taken straight from the pig. The babies of the olive tree. Mushrooms are one of my favorite things on pizza. Talking pizza toppings, okay, you don't have to be have meat, obviously, like whatever you like, but please, for fucking God's sake, don't put fucking pineapple on fucking pizza. Like, Italians put lots of stuff on pizza. They put prawns, they put salad, they put rocket, they put all sorts of shit. They have boiled potatoes and sausages on pizza. It's a fucking amazing pizza, but they don't fucking put pineapple on oh Jesus. Anyway, mushrooms are great. They are quite full of moisture, so if you put loads of mushrooms on your pizza, you're going to get quite a wet pizza. Now, I think pizza should be wet, so I'm down with that. But if you want a really crispy pizza, I wouldn't put millions and millions of mushrooms on. Okay. Why am I cutting the feet off? Just because the end of the foot is kind of dry, and I don't want that dry end of foot. Who wants the dry end of a foot? I did actually work for, I did actually work for Pizza Hut when I was a young man, but I want to say that I never made the pizzas. I answered the phones, and they wouldn't let me make pizza. Is anyone feeling nervous watching me use this big knife after this much wine? I am. I think on a pizza you don't need too many ingredients. You should have like 2 or 3 things on a pizza. If you have like 5 or 7 things, then you might as well just move to America and be American and yeah, deal with that shit. Fuck that. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look. Ooh, yeah. As you can see, our pizzas have swollen somewhat. We have risen a bit in there. Our oven looks okay. I'm just going to rearrange things. rearrange the shelves in your oven to the top before you start turn it on and heating up, because then you have to do it when it's hot, and then okay, right, don't do what I do. I mean, yeah, just don't do it. Ow! My face, it burns. Okay, so let's check the framing. Oh, hey, fuck you, tripod. Yeah, it's good framing. Okay. Pizza, sugo, pizza stuffs. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, gonna put it. Yeah, about that much. That'll do. Use the back of the spoon. Put that out. And boom! That is done. Just one. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Just like that, no problem. I'm gonna start with the ham. Oh yeah. Manly. So manly. Okay. So I'm just gonna put it on like this. Yeah, just because it's got the biggest surface area, so I thought I might as well put that closer to the bottom. A lot of Italian pizzerias, things like the ham and the basil, you actually put on afterwards, so they'll cook the pizza. In fact, if you go into like a proper pizzeria in Roma, they will cook the bases first. If you go in the afternoon, there'll be like a couple of guys in the back, and they will be just throwing pizza bases into the oven, half cooking them, putting them out, putting them in stacks, so that when people arrive, they can just throw them in. It just takes like 2 minutes. Like, it doesn't take long in a proper pizza oven anyway, but if you half cook them and do the thing, it takes 2 minutes, and then they throw them out the door. And the reason is because everyone comes for dinner at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and there's a queue 30 people long outside the shop, and they just want to bang out the pizza as fast as they can. It should take you, 3-4 minutes from ordering a pizza to actually getting a pizza. And but we ate pre-cooking, especially in such a cool oven as this one, doesn't seem to make that much difference. And we're fucking at home in Scotland making pizza. Who gives a shit? We don't have to do that. So let's go. So next thing, some mushrooms. And basically, my rule for mushrooms is a fucking shit ton. Wee-hee. Oh yeah. Just put them on there. They will cook down. They'll be fine. Don't have to be precious about it. Don't have to make sure you fill every space and tile your mushrooms perfectly. You just get the fucking mushrooms on there. Yoo-hoo! Right, okay, for the mushrooms. Last of all, olives. It's not last of all, put down pretty cheesy, not oily. Anyway, yeah. This is not a good narrow on olives, but it's what we got. So, gonna tear them in half. Throw them in. Check that. When I went to France on exchange, we were at a place and there was olive trees around. And the family who I was staying with, they were like, "Oh, do you like olives?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I like olives." "Well, you should have some from the tree." And I couldn't figure out why they were giggling as I tried it. And basically, there's a reason why you soak olives in brine. It's because from the tree, they're hard and bitter and fucking horrible. So yeah, don't trust. The lesson of the story is don't trust French people. Okay, la mozzarella. Let's cut up the bag. Oh fuck. Pro tip here: when cutting open your bag of mozzarella, don't put mozzarella juice all over the floor because there's a fucking tripod anyway. Fucking tripod. So yeah, I just turn my mozzarella by hand. I don't chop it up or anything, and just start at the top and lay it out. Like, good mozzarella should come in sort of layers, So you just peel a layer off, and maybe peel off a bit more. Alright, we're nearly done. As I said before, normally in a pizzeria you probably get the basil added just at the end, and it would cook with the internal heat of the pizzeria. The pizza. No, even the pizza, the oven. And less wine. I'm gonna make it next one. Anyway, for me, I can't be asked. And also, if you do this, the basil comes out kind of crispy. It still adds loads of basil flavour to the pizza itself. And then when you pull it out the oven, it's kind of crispy, and that's kind of nice. These leaves are not the best basil leaves in the world, so I'm just gonna add the ones that look okay, and the ones that look like they've been slightly eaten. No, leave those. It's going into a 200+ degree oven. It ain't gonna kill you if some slug has had a little bit of part of this or something else. It'll be fine. Botulism is for other people. But yeah, that'll probably do fine. Don't need a lot of basil. Basil is strong stuff, so that's enough. Alright, pizza number 2, let's go. Okay, so now the best bit, or the second best bit, but yeah, the best bit after all that shit. Pizza, oven pizza. Like I said, the oven's gonna be hot, so let's try and do this quickly. Yeah. Now, if this is a properly hot oven, 10 minutes maximum we were done. Actually, what's going to happen is in 10 minutes time, when we come up and swap them over, put the other one on top, because we want nice, even, crispy tops. See you then. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Let's have a look. Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's swap it over. Here we go. Okay, 5 more minutes. We're back. Okay, that's 15 minutes now. Let's have a little look, shall we? Okay, we're beginning to get yellow, but I think we can do that. So, yeah. Gonna replace them again, swap them over. Whoop. 5 more minutes. Okay, 2 more minutes. Okay, it is 4 minutes left, the last one, so it's been in there for like 19 minutes. Couple of tips for you. One is, do not open the oven and stick your face in there if you're wearing glasses, because you can't fucking see anything anyway. The other is, yeah. But here we go, I think it should be ready. Let's go out. Oh yeah. And here, das is the pizza. Look at that business. Oh yes. And let's go number 2. Remember, these are rolled out really thin, but the crust is coming over the edge, so they're pretty crusty. Nice. Alright, we're going to slice this up. We're going to take it inside the thing. Oh yeah. Tip number 2. When it comes to timing your pizza, I've been giving you times because I've been checking out the times so I can say so, but I don't actually time my pizza. I just leave the door to the kitchen open, and when I can smell pizza, I know it's done. So use your nose. Let's eat. Pizza, 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 pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. There's a cognitive bias whereby the thing you make yourself is better. Oh.
Pizze.